I suck at using Klee. I was always wondering why people kept on saying Klee is so good. In my opinion, she wasn't. Oh no, I can already hear people clicking dislikes on this video. But hey guys, hear me out. I will show you a very good build on Klee, and we're gonna do some showcases to see if she's worth it or not. Klee was the second 5-star that came out after Venti, and she brought the most money to MiHoYo. So does that mean she's that good? We're about to find out. So this is my Klee right now. So without Pyro Resonance, I have 1763 attack. I have 71% critical rate, 199% critical damage. Well, because of the Lost Prayer, I have 139% pyro damage bonus. Without the weapon effect, she has 75% pyro damage bonus. Moving on to the weapon, Lost Prayer, Refinement rank 5, so that she gets a lot of the elemental damage bonus. She currently has 4-piece Lava Walker. Constellation C6, but we're gonna take a look at her constellation first. C1. Attacks and skills have a certain chance to summon sparks that bombard opponents, dealing damage equal to 120% of sparks and splashes damage. C2. Being hit by Jumpy Dumpties, which is her E skill, is the mines. So after she throws E, the opponent has to step on the mines, and that decreases opponent's defense by 23%. I use this constellation a lot for damage showcase. C4. If Klee leaves the field during the duration of Sparks and Splash, her Q, her departure triggers an explosion that deals 555% of her attack as AoE pyro damage. This is what makes her a burst DPS kind of. Here's her C6. While under the effect of Sparks and Splash, Klee will regenerate 3 energy for all members of the party, excluding Klee every 3 seconds. So when Q is used, all party members will gain 10% pyro damage bonus for 25 seconds. So along with C4 and C6, if she has another pyro DPS in the party, that's gonna be 10% pyro damage bonus for 25 seconds. 25 seconds, it's quite long. For a buff effect, I would say this is like the longest, almost. Because of the crit bonus you get from Rosaria, that's like 12 seconds. Her talent levels, 699. This kind of shows you that I didn't really like Klee. I didn't like her playstyle. I like her character. You know, she looks cute. But that was about it for me. Let's take a look at her skills together. Her normal attack. First hit, 101%. Second hit, 87%. Third hit, 126%. And charge attack damage is 220% at level 6. Jumpy Dumpty damage, 162%. Mine damage, 55%. Mine duration, 15 seconds. Cooldown, 20 seconds. And her Q. Sparks and Splash damage, 72.5%. Duration, 10 seconds. Cooldown, 15 seconds. Energy cost, 60. So she can relatively use her Q a lot. She wouldn't need any energy recharge. This is her talent. When Jumpy Dumpty and normal attacks deals damage, Klee has a 50% chance to obtain an explosive spark. This explosive spark is consumed by the next charge attack, which costs no stamina and deals 50% increased damage, which is pretty neat. And the next one, when Klee's charge attack results in a crit hit, all party members gain 2 elemental energy. So she'll benefit a lot if she has high crit rate. We can move on to how to use Klee. I really hated this part because in the beginning, I pulled for Klee and then people were like, they were all backseating on me. They're like, you're supposed to do animation canceling. I was like, what the fuck is that? Animation canceling is like, you jump after a second attack. Like this. Like this. So that you can attack faster. Or you can just do one hit, charge attack, jump. Like that. And I'm like, wow, cool. I'm not gonna use it. Why? Because I don't want to. But then after that, people started calling me a newbie and then they hated me. I'm like, wow, these people actually hate me for sucking at this game? Wow. Okay, alright, cool. But those haters helped me grow so much because they always visited my video to leave hateful comments. I sincerely thank all of you guys who hated me in the beginning and gave me a lot of views. Anyways, I can guarantee you that this Klee is by far probably one of the best Klee you will ever see on YouTube. So this is like the maximum potential of Klee with Lava Walker set. After this, I'm gonna do a showcase with Witch set, but this is how my artifacts look like. Alright, so I was thinking about a way to utilize Klee's damage with Lava Walker is by throwing off fire. So I have Sucrose, but that's about it. I also have Bennett, I also have Zhongli. Here we go. Okay, Zhongli E, Barrier, Bennett, swirl off, So, like 41k charge attacks. But keep that in mind that I didn't get the full effect of the Lost Prayer. Let me try something else. Can I add Xiangling, have triple pyro team so that we can do extra pyro damage with Xiangling's Q? Because when Xiangling's Q is active, all party members receive 15% pyro damage bonus, so we can keep that in mind, yes? So along with Klee's Q and then Xiangling's Q, we can kind of maximize the amount of pyro damage we do, yeah? But however, what I'm worried about is that if I do use Lost Prayer and get full stack at R5, the amount of bonus damage I get for Pyro is just too high that this 15% is just not going to be that great. Along with the Klee's buff for the Pyro damage as well after she uses Q. So, let me first change it to Xiangling. Oh no, this guy is Pyro. But we can kind of see how much damage we can do. That's totally fine. I believe in Klee. You know why? Because Klee, very awesome. Why? Okay, the problem is the duration for Bennett's Q is only 12 seconds, whereas I would need 16 seconds to get the maximum stack for Lost Prayers. So, we have to keep that in mind that when I get the max stack on Lost Prayer on Klee, Bennett Q is going to run out. Here we go. That was a non-crit, 41k. Alright, I didn't use my Q, but the amount of additional pyro damage was 123%. So in terms of damage, this is okay. How about we take her to Geo Bishop, where the monster is just gonna be a lot tankier. We're gonna start off trying to get the energy for Bennett. Wow, I like that. What about Xiangling? What about Xiangling? I suck at using Klee. No! Somebody help me! Okay, here we go. The real showcase begins here, okay? No, he's hiding! Here we go. Okay, 22k charge attack, 25k, 30k. That was non-crit, so that could have been 30. Oh! No, I didn't have enough stamina. No! How dare you kill my Klee? Punishment. This was not our contract. Okay? You know what happens when you break the contract with Morax? You become Azdaha. That's what happened to that Geo Bishop. Anyways, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that my Klee was doing a lot of damage like this with the charge attack. However, she was kind of iffy when it comes to like doing combos. So although she's Pyro, we are kind of saying that, hey, Klee is the best with Lava Walker. Then why are we even using her? For those of you guys who would say Lava Walker is the best, I don't care what you guys think, but this would make her stay on the field a lot longer. And this is exactly like using Electro character. We don't give a shit about reactions. And I think that's quite bad. Although she was doing a pretty high damage output, you have to also remember that this Klee has R5 Lost Prayer, level 90 and everything to make this happen. And I've seen people complaining about my crit rate, crit damage being unrealistic, but they are. Trust me, if you do have C0 Klee, and if you happen to have Lost Prayer, you can get this. My F2P account has better artifacts than some of my characters on my main account. So it depends on your luck. I really hope to not see those kind of comments saying that, wow, your artifacts whale. Okay? This is a showcase. You watch this video because you don't know. You watch this video because you can't do it yourself. So I'm doing it for you. Anyways, I cannot approve this build. Although there's a 50% chance to get that explosive spark, where it allows you to do charge attack without stamina and deals 50% increased damage. That is quite good. However, it's still RNG. If this doesn't work and you start doing like an animation canceling, one hit charge attack, one hit hard charge attack, and then all of a sudden you have no stamina. Look what happened. I died at the end because I had no stamina. Probably because I suck at playing Klee. And yes, it takes a lot of time and effort to master her gameplay. However, especially for me, when it doesn't feel like the character's hitting the opponent, I have no idea what's going on. I start spamming keys, I'm like, okay, yo, what's going on? That's why I wasn't really used to Klee's gameplay. That's why I prefer Yanfei's gameplay a lot more than Klee. Because when you use Yanfei, it feels like you're hitting them. And C4 damage with Lost Prayer. Okay. $73k? Okay, so my Zaonli shield was present. That was probably with 3 stacks of Lost Prayer. So there's that. Anyways, can we move on to a different book? Skyward Atlas, known to be one of the best catalysts for DPS. Let's use this. So good thing about this is that your elemental damage bonus gets increased by 24% at R5 though, but at R1, that's gonna be 12%, of course. And then, normal attack hits have a 50% chance to earn the favor of the clouds. It's just some stuff that follows around and do this, attack thing. Keep that in mind, this is a white damage, which means physical. She's not gonna get that crazy amount of synergy that Razor gets from Skyward Pride, but however, this is quite good. So every 30 seconds, you can summon this cloud that follows around the enemy to deal 320% attack damage. R5, 160%, R1, of course. Okay guys, this is with Lava Walker, Skyward Atlas, 67.6% critical rate, 167% critical damage. I'm satisfied. So although I wasn't able to show you the best damage output with my Lost Prayer, I'll do another showcase with Skyward Atlas. Okay, here we go. He's done going crazy. Okay, 17k white damage. Okay. Alright, this is quite good. This is quite good. I think I can approve this damage. Because of the additional damage that I was able to do with Skyward Atlas, this is actually viable. However, I would much rather use Witch Sit. So, you might be asking, how the fuck would you know if Crimson Witch Sit is going to be better? Because like what you have seen, when I was using Atlas, I was okay to switch out different characters, unlike when I was using Lost Prayers, because if I switch out, all those stacks go away. I wish those stacks kinda stayed, but it doesn't. So it is very likely that if there's gonna be a better catalyst that is gonna be beneficial for Klee, I would probably bench Lost Prayer and pull the new weapon for Klee. Anyways, so that is a great thing about Skyward Atlas. Same thing applies to Memory of Dust as long as you have the barrier. I tested this out with Nigwang. I tested Memory of Dust versus Lost Prayers, and they almost did the same amount of damage because it takes time for Lost Prayer to heat up. Whereas Memory of Dust, you're okay to swap different characters, and then as long as you have shield, this is always guaranteed, right? So it only takes 5 autos to get the full stack here. So let me move on to Crimson Witch Sit. But before anything, you probably wonder how much damage she's gonna do with the C4 damage. Okay, with this whole setting, I'll show you. $79k with Skyward Atlas. Now we can move on to Crimson Witch Sit, yeah? Now we're gonna test out Klee Crimson Witch Sit, okay? This time, I'm also gonna be using Lost Prayer, but we're gonna have to use a different weapon because this is not going to be very good for Klee, especially when you use Crimson Witch Sit, because you need to be switching out to different characters, yeah? This is what my Crimson Witch Flames artifacts look like. My fixed stats for Klee is this: 1936 attack, 23 elemental mastery with 72% critical rate, 210% critical damage. That was a quick fix. I have to think before I do this. I'm doing this simulation in my head, okay? I don't want to screw up here, okay? Alright, alright. Okay, I screwed up so hard here. I was like, oh no, what should I do? Okay, I know now. Watch this, okay? Watch this. Fucking Diona, what the fuck is wrong with you? Here we go. Last try. I hope it crits. Okay. 139k? Charge attack. That was gorgeous. Anyways, how about we take Klee to Geo Bishop with a realistic team? Actually, I think this team is very good. Let me use Q here. I'm not going to do a lot of damage here, right? Here we go. Okay. So, alright. This kind of Klee, I like. As you can see, those energy charge, Klee was able to generate some energies for other teammates. So I believe that Crimson Witch set is going to be a better fit for Klee because you're going to be rotating, which means I cannot recommend Lost Prayers for her as well. But also at the same time, it will be the best way for you to utilize Lost Prayer because after you use Zhongli E with the shield and Bennett's Q with the attack buff, Xingqiu's Q with an all-field damage with Hydro, you're gonna be just leaving Klee all alone in the field and you're gonna be getting those stacks, okay? And then from her talents, you're getting those energies. You're gonna be using her E as well. So I would say that Klee is going to be a viable character to use. But switching out this weapon to Skyward Atlas, which I thought was a great fit for Klee. Especially when you have to switch characters back and forth. This would be very good. Skyward Atlas, Memory of Dust. And we're gonna take a look at the damage potential. And because I lost that 33% critical chance, let me switch the Circlet to something else. For this build, it would be better for you to have Elemental Mastery Sands than Attack Sands because your weapon gives you a bunch of attacks. Okay, now we have 266 Elemental Mastery, 63% critical rate, 144% critical damage. How is this going to do compared to Lost Prayers? This is my estimation. It's gonna be almost the same, or Lost Prayer is gonna be a little better because Klee was able to get a lot of the stacks of Lost Prayer and she was doing a lot of charge attacks, normal attacks. She was able to use the full potential. It was quite good. Power of Skyward Atlas. Okay. Oh, that was a long crit. Oh, 62k here and there. Yep, cock. Ah! Yes. Okay, I don't know what happened. Both okay for Klee. When you're using Xingqiu, downside of Klee is that if she uses Q, charge attacks, auto attacks, we don't know which skill is going to vaporize. After you proc a reaction, there is an internal cooldown. That's why you can't proc like double or triple vaporize in a row. There are some exceptions, but we can talk about it later on. So, if you take a look, Sparks and Splash, 72%. If that vaporizes, this charge attack will not vaporize. You know what I mean? So, that's why a lot of people would argue and say that Klee is better on Lava Walker. But check this out. I can't really say that she has a very good playstyle. She nukes. She does tons of damage with her E, the bombs, her Q damage, auto attack, charge attack, animation cancel in here and there. You should only pull for Klee if you like her playstyle and how she looks. And of course, you will need to practice a lot to be able to maximize her potential.
But even if you don't know how to play Klee, it's totally fine. I've been shit on by the whole fucking community in the early stage of Genshin Impact because I didn't know how to play Klee right. But it didn't take skills or knowledge to find out that I didn't like Klee's playstyle. So you should definitely take a look at all those Yanfei showcase videos and Klee showcase video. And I can tell you that if you have the right stats, then both of your Pyro DPS, Klee, Yanfei are gonna do big PP damage. But I can't really say that Klee is a necessary character to have. Because long time ago, before you didn't have Diluc, the only Pyro character you had was probably Amber and Xiangling. So having additional Pyro DPS was really important. So that's why a lot of people went for Klee. Also, she was cute. But that was it. So at this point of time, is it worth it for you to spend money for Klee? No. Is she go for C6? Besides the fact that you get extra levels from Constellation 3 and Constellation 5, and you know, the C4 that makes her into a C4, but it's capped at 555%, what would you say compared to Hu Tao? Yeah, if anyone would say something like, I want C6 Klee, I would say stop at C2, because if you have her at C2, you would use her somewhere. That's the only constellation I would recommend if you have money. If you don't, think about it twice. Do you really want the character? Because what I can guarantee you is that I started doing a showcase for all those characters, right? If they're bad at like being a sub DPS, or if they suck at like applying certain elements, I try to find a different way to use them. And then so far, what I can tell you is that you can use all those characters. You can use everything. And Klee, is she a bad character? No, she's rather a better character than the other characters, of course. But she's not necessary. If you had been playing Honkai Impact, one thing you should keep that in mind is that all those support characters, if you take a look at those characters that can buff, they will last for a long time. However, if you have a DPS, it gets replaced. They get power creeped. We can see that by looking at those weapons, for example, or those characters, for example. But this is a PvE game after all, so if you do like a character, go for it. But if you want those efficiencies, I wouldn't say Klee is like the best character for you to have. It's a rerun banner, and if you think about it, if there's a first rerun, there's gonna be a second rerun. So if you really do like Klee but you want to get stronger, I would want you to wait for the next banner. I hope this video helped you decide whether if you should be pulling for Klee or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel and a comment. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.